Whoa, hot, too hot to hold, this mic control. Pass that old gold. Whoa, hot, too hot to hold. Native in the jam with the flow.
Well, I'm a BMX bandit, damn, you can't stand it. Let's do a backflip, tail whip, one-handed, and then land it to go pro gold. Yo, there's no holding me back, cause I'm out of control.
Whoa, hot, too hot to hold, this mic control. Pass that old gold. Whoa, hot.
What's up, BMX fans? It is round 4, ding ding, of the 2006 BMX Games. Joining me is Matty Holmes, editor of 2020 magazine. Matt, it's Park today. We've got a huge lineup. Tell us what's going to go down.
Well, we got the Park event, which is probably the most accessible in Australia. There's probably something like 800 parks last count in Australia, so that's what the kids are growing up on. And then they see their heroes, the likes of imports like Josh Harrington, Colin McKay back from America into Australia for his couple of months he spends back here a year, and a whole host of locals, including defending champion Luke Fink.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty wild. And also there's so many amateurs that have signed up to compete. Are we going to see some pretty crazy things coming from these kids?
It's an epic park, and there'll be some monster riding going down in there. The AMs, half of them could be pro. You know, they're just growing up and they got stars in their eyes.
Totally. Now we're at Monster Skatepark. This is primarily a skateboarding park course, so what's the general vibe from the BMX riders?
Well, the cool thing is there's some really big lines in there, you know, and whoever wins this comp is going to innovate. It's not going to be a simple back to back to back, hit a few jumps. It's going to be innovate, hit the whole park, pull some big lines, pull a lot of tech moves. It's going to be great to watch.
Well, before we get stuck into the competition action, let's reflect, shall we, on last year's highlights.
Oh yeah.
The history of war.
A break stitch that I'm not gymnastic. Check my flow. From a b-boy origin of some dead studio. With these raps, how could you know my flow? Even I keep it one up, I think it'll stop when I rhyme. Rhyme, split the lines, and next concussion designs. Now think, who was lost up on stage that night? Who's the killer? It's got to be deaf and die. Look, the fingerprints found all over the mics. Makes you take notice like a lotus and satisfy like a tiger by all these killer rats crew. I think they sigh, both related, that's right. No West, that's for these human MCs blowing the breeze like leaves dropping from trees. I sweat them like blocks of cheese. What's the possible cause to stop sporting these fat laces? We the purple voice soldiers into the deep jungles of hip-hop peeps, consuming me like a multivitamin daily. Straight up, I'm from Australia. The place that gets slapped up to killer rats, purge your beds like midnight. I pack some mic, clip to my hip like a saber. Australia, underground and area. 51 with Celsius and center. Wrote this shit clear. 31 to go international. Into 99. International. Into 99. Do I see my mellow to my left? Then push my mellow to my right. Sing my mellow to my back. Boys and girls to my front. We give the people what they want. Killer what's
Ryan Gutler chose not to ride in the Kodak Park Challenge, so we thought we'd put him to work as our special field reporter, asking the tough questions. Over to you, Ryan.
So Josh, what do you think of the street course? The street course is decent. It's not really what I normally ride. It's kind of stock back and forth, but it looks like I could have fun on it. Is there anything special you got planned that we should watch out for? Yeah, after my run, I think I'm gonna drink water, a whole bottle. Shotgun it, you know, you cut a little hole in the bottom of it and you take the cap off. Hey, Dillard, ripping out there, what do you think of the course?
It's not bad. I've only ridden for like half an hour so far, but trying to find some lines and friggin' do some tricks.
How long did it take you to get in those jeans this morning? You're ripping out there, mate. Do you think you're gonna make it to the finals? No. I love you, Richo.
Whoa, hot, too hot to hold, this mic control. Pass that old gold.
The Kodak Park Challenge. This was held on the last day of competition and probably featured the biggest field of riders. With so many skate parks popping up around the country, there was no shortage of riders for this discipline. The field was divided up into 3 groups. Each rider had 2 one-minute runs to impress the judges and make it through to the 8-man final. In Group 1, it was a mixed bag of lollies with pros like Colin McKay and his unique mix of flow, style and tech tricks. Kim Grosser, the brakeless wonder from Melbourne, competing against a crew of young, lesser-known riders like Matt Gannon and Toby Matthews. Whilst these guys may not be high profile, their level of riding certainly got everyone's attention. Stepping up to the plate to take on the big guys were young guns like Daniel Dunn, aka Mozzie, the soon-to-be crowned king of Boost, Tom Borman, and the rippin' Dane Searle.
Tom Borman and Dane just going so high. Both of them just got unreal flow.
Alan Parry is a Sydney rider that not many people would know of. He came out early, launching a 360 fly-in, then threw a double truck driver over the box, and then stomped a clean whip to tap. Like Alan Parry, Matt Gannon may not be on posters or have a signature frame, but this foot jam up the gap and a flare transfer really got the crowds amped. Just like Kim Grosser, Matt rides without brakes, making all his tricks that little bit more difficult. The man with the bars, Dane Searle, showed that he had park skills to match his dirt and mini skills. He fired around the course, throwing a massive Superman seat grab over the box, a clean tail whip, a super extended foot plant, and a 540 before returning to the box jump to stomp a double whip over it. A massive run for any rider.
Kim's amazing, and he's one of those guys that shouldn't have to go through qualifying because he should just be thrown straight in the final. He's got so much to offer.
Well, luckily for us, Kim Grosser did have to qualify because his run was so good to watch. He began with a creative toboggan drop-in and nothing bunny hop to this flatland-inspired foot jam whip. Remember, Kim rides with no brakes. A Grosser run wouldn't be complete without a trick that made you go, oh, that's bullshit. Kim threw this foot jam on the massive Eagles perch. He fell but got straight back up and threw it again. Tough as nails. From the onset, the level of riding in the Kodak Park Challenge was set at such a high level. Unfortunately for Matt King, he looked like he was feeling the pressure to step up and loosely attempted to flip whip the jump box. It never really looked close, but he went at it again, but luckily he didn't fully commit to the trick and was able to walk away. Toby Matthews was one of the lesser known riders, but that didn't stop him from flying around the course, bashing out 360 whips, wall taps and regular tail whips. Toby was a classic example of the level of riding amongst the younger generation in Australia. The boosting Tom Borman was hungry to show his trail styles of riding applies equally to park as it did mini, and attacked this course throwing massive back-to-back airs. His only real trick was this 360 turn down, but just look how big he busts.
McKay always blows my mind every time he drops in.
Finally, it was Colin's time to unleash. He flowed through the park in his usual style, starting off with his massive transfer to Fufanu on the Eagles perch. A double peg grind before 360ing the fun box backwards. He then landed a manual up the ledge to bar spin and icing off his run with a massive wall tap 360. Finishing off Group 1, Mozzie rode the park like a seasoned pro, not like the 17-year-old punk kid from Adelaide that he is. He boosted the box with his tail whip, whipped off the driveway, landed this hurricane and stomped a big old backflip. In the second group to ride, there was another crew of well-known Aussie pros dominated by Sydney riders. The Northern Beaches crew ride this monster skate park almost every bike session and were all keen to show their local knowledge. Andrew Gregory, aka G, Seaton Spratt, Brendan Jones and the winner of the mini ramp comp, Clint the Colonel Bensley, were all on hand doing it for the locals. Representing Melbourne was last year's winner Luke Fink. In 2005, Luke was the clear winner of the park comp, dominating the riding from start to finish. He wasn't the biggest fan of the monster skate park layout, but there was no doubt that he was going to unleash his usual style of tech trickery and innovative lines. Representing the North was the loose unit Shane Conlon, the stylish Nick Richardson, crowd favourite Josh Irvine and the recently turned pro Zach Miner. Zach was the first rider in Group 2, and despite landing this massive Superman in Fufanu, he didn't quite have the trick list of his more experienced counterparts. Not going down without a fight, Zach attempted this 360 whip, crashed but got up and landed a fresh tail whip. Shane Conlon was still nursing a mashed up shoulder and his form was always in question. But he stood up and answered the questions with a big fat get out of my way run. Shane killed the course, throwing this 360 whip, ice on the sub, Fufanu on the Eagles perch, and then this 360 fly out. Shane came down hard on this gap to grind attempt, and then the medics were called in. In true Conlon style, he wasn't satisfied with his effort and wanted to ride on, going for this loose attempt on a flip whip over the box, again landing hard. Luckily, the tough little unit was able to get up and walk away unassisted. The first of the Sydney riders, G, was next to drop in. He came out firing, going straight to the back rail. He ice picked it clean, 360'd over the little gap, got some speed and threw this gap to ice pick grind. He then tail whipped the wedge, stuck a 360X up straight to another ice pick grind and finished with a foof on the Eagles perch. A cracking run showing the crowd and the other riders that the Sydney crew were laying down the challenge to all the visitors. Answering G's challenge, Luke Fink carried on the same form that won him the title in 2005, going old school over the driveway, manual to bar spinning over the big sub box, before throwing a 360 tap to bar spin over the Eagles perch, one of his big banger tricks from the finals in 2005. He put his foot down on this tail whip but redeemed himself with this super extended foot plant. Then pulls a manual to Smith's grind, downside ice, foot jam, hand plant and finished with his new trademark trick, the pig rooter. Oh yeah, Fink was in the house. Seaton Spratt finished second to Fink last year, and it was only apt that he follow up Luke's run, throwing a massive double whip over the box, a nose tap over the big rail. He 360'd the driveway, but then looked like he ran out of steam and began to lose momentum, and fell on this nose pick tail whip. Later on in the session, Seaton got his energy back and went for this crazy over ice pick on the Eagles perch. It took a few goes, but he stuck it, reminding everybody that Burley Tech is back in this season. The previous night at the pub, Brendan Jones and Luke Fink started an arm wrestling comp, and it looked like Brendan was keen to carry on the arm wrestle with Luke as he fired back a run that consisted of a massive tail whip over the box jump, Fufanu on the sub, turned down on the driveway, a Fufanu to ice over the Eagles perch before falling on this back rail foof attempt. Brendan didn't make it to the finals this year, but still put in a tidy show of style and speed. Speaking of style and speed, this man, the Colonel, was next to roll. With something different in mind, he got the back section of the deck cleared and threw this innovative transfer of the sub box to land on the stairs. True Colonel style. He then went on to Fufanu the big rail, gap to ice pick grind, 270 over the wedge to wedge, air to fakie over the hip, and wall tap to fakie. Yes, folks, the Colonel was still in killer form that won him the mini-ramp comp the day before. Finishing off Group 2 action were the two Brisbane riders, Nick Richardson and Josh Irvine. Nick went super high on his airs and busted out this crazy high no-hander. Josh, however, didn't quite have a good flow on. He did, however, get in some fat street moves, like this over to double peg grind on the rail. So advancing to the 8-man final from Groups 1 and 2 were Colin McKay, Luke Fink, Dane Searles, Tom Borman, Kim Grosser and the Colonel, leaving only 2 spots left for the riders from the last group. Don't move, because we'll be right back to finish off the qualifying and find out who makes the final 8. Fuel TV are giving an award to the hungriest rider at the 2006 BMX Games. The winner will be announced in episode 5. Who do you think's the hungriest?
The phrases I use now are hurried to finish this song. The words I put down on this page, they don't fit. There's never any time to find a rhyme when you want it. I'm
joined by Todd Mine. This kid is making a huge impression here at the 2006 BMX Games. Todd, why don't you start by just telling us how you got into BMX?
Just friends and a couple of friends down the road made a little boxing, and basically from then started going skatepark with my friends, and yeah.
The guys I rode with were almost in their 20s, and it's what helped me progress, because kids my age were just learning to drop in, and I was doing 360s, and just seeing you this weekend, you're airing higher than anyone else out there, and you're such a small kid, and riding vert, like that vert ramp is 14 foot high. Like, do you think that riding with the older guys has helped, and that's who you look up to?
Yeah, a lot, because they're more progressed and are learning tricks that I can't do already. They kind of like help me to learn the tricks, because they're already older and can do them, so they help me like learn the tricks.
Tell us how you felt just before you tried your first ever backflip over that box.
Scary. I don't know, it just blurred, and yeah, I landed.
Who are some of the riders that you look up to?
My number one is actually Ryan. So yeah, it's great to see him here and ride with him and talk to him like now. So it's good.
And who else?
Actually don't have any other favourite riders.
That's awesome.
Whoa, hot, too hot to hold, this mic control, past that old gold.
In the previous two groups, we saw McKay kill it, Fink ride all fast and furious, and the Colonel get creative on the stairs. 6 positions of the 8-man final were already filled, so there were only 2 spots left for the riders in the last group. Battling for these spots were a good mix of riders and different styles, and loads of talent. Representing the young'uns were Luke Barling with his big bag of tricks, BMX Games first timer Damien Banco from Melbourne representing the unknown, and riders like Kenny Raggett and Shane Biffin representing the old school Sydney scene. Possibly the 2 tallest men in BMX today, Josh Harrington and Dave Dilliwart, were the favourites in their group. Both riders have very similar styles and are great mates despite growing up so far apart. Also amongst the mix was local Matt McGurk and the Bean Lee riders Chris Edgar and Lee Kirkman. 2 tough riders that go as hard as anyone. The last rider was Axel Jurgen from Argentina. Axel was in the country after riding X-Air in New Zealand, and it showed early that Axel didn't have much time to practice and couldn't quite get a flow through the park. He still stuck this clean 360 flatty over the box jump, but fell on this decade attempt. After Kenny's demonstration of old school and opposite riding in the mini ramp final, his runs in the park were eagerly awaited. He whipped the wedge, Oppo 360 down the bank, stuck a 360 over the box to Fufanu on the sub, then put together this bar spin up to tail whip down combo over the driveway. Later on, Kenny went for this big Fufanu to fakie on the sub, rolling away clean. It was a solid run, but not quite the level of riding we saw in the mini ramp. Another rider that rode mini but was now representing in park was Damien Banco from Melbourne. Damien showed glimpses of originality in his park run, starting with a mandatory box jump with his 360X up. He then got creative with his frame stand manual before showing his taste for front brake variation tricks. 2 Sydney riders were next, Shane Biffin and Matt McGurk. Shane was the first and threw this big old 360 over the box, showed some different lines and landed this abubico on the Eagles perch. Unfortunately for Shane, he didn't quite show enough tricks to qualify. Likewise, Matt McGurk stuck a nice turn down and looked like he was having some fun sticking this 540 tail tap, but didn't get enough tricks to stand out among the crazy level riding. Putting his hand up for finals contention was Luke Barling, a young rider who showed a huge amount of potential for his age. He came out strong with a backflip turn down, a no-hander over the driveway, a bar spin bunny hop, and then this stylish turn down. The future of Australian BMX is looking good with riders like Luke coming through the ranks. After Luke Barling's run, it was time for 2 of the toughest riders to come out of Bean Lee, Lee Kirkman and Chris Edgar. Lee was riding with a suspected broken jaw and wrist after bailing fellow Bean Lee rider Nick Cooper out of a pub brawl 2 nights earlier. These injuries didn't stop Lee throwing this big Indian Superman. Chris Edgar, on the other hand, was healthy and went big early with his flair to Superman seat grab. Later on, Chris had an itch to scratch and sent this 360 backflip attempt coming down hard. But remember, they breed him tough in Bean Lee, so Chris got up and threw it again, but with the same result. Time to go international, Josh Harrington style. Unfortunately, he didn't get much of a practice time in the park, but this didn't stop him from going super high off the quarter or being the first rider to air the Eagle's perch. He went over tooth on this grind, ice picking to over the Eagle's perch, and then went no-hander over the perch. A solid run from one of today's most respected BMX riders. There must be something about tall riders and going high, because Dave Dilliwar just sent it into orbit all throughout his run. Kicking off with this 360 no-hander, our latest export to America, flowed the course, toothpicking the Eagle's perch, then ice picking to over before launching a mental turn down 540. A turn down 540 on a street quarter, mind you. Later on, Dave went gap to manual, hurricane up the other wedge, 360 down the Euro gap, and then went super styling with his hang 5 to manual and then fakie. Well, that concluded the qualifying, and the two tall cats, Josh and Dave, filled the last two spots in the final 8. Making up the 8-man final were Colin McKay, who qualified first, with Luke Fink coming in second. Then Dave Dilliwar, Breakless Kim Grosser, Solo International Josh Harrington, Young Trails boosters Dane Searles and Tom Borman, and the Colonel just scraping through.
Oh, hot, too hot to hold. Native in the jam with the flow.
Alright, we're here with Dave Dilliwar to bike down and check out the custom setup on his little GT. How you doing, Dave?
Not bad, how you going?
Not too bad at all. Tell us a little bit about this ride.
It's pretty much stock. There's nothing really I've done special to it. Just running 2 pegs, back brakes, gyro. You can't get more stock than that.
Smaller drive. You liking that whole movement?
Yeah, this is probably as small as I'll go. I think it's 3613. Yeah, small, got the bash gut on there and stuff, so.
Yep. Top tube length?
21.
Good, and I guess this SDG seat, a little bit different to the usual?
Yeah, it's probably the best seat I've ever run. It's like all one combo, pretty much. It's like a couple of splines holding it all in, and it's lighter than pretty much anything out there.
Underneath the glossy paint and tricky sticker kit you got going, you got any titanium bits or any special other little parts on there?
I think the only titanium thing I got is in my strictly BMX cranks and the spindle. Pretty much the only thing saving weight. I got a tyre back peg as well. It's pretty much, that wears out pretty quickly, so I don't know if it's the best. And then I'm running a 36 spoke front rim and a 35 spoke back rim to just snap the spoke off. So I was just trying to save some weight, so I snapped the spoke and yeah, just get my tail ups around a bit quicker.
All right, Dave, well, best of luck with everything in the BMX games.
Thanks a lot.
Have a good one.
Hang around after the break for the finals, and trust me, this is something you don't want to miss.
Meanwhile, far from the stresses and pressures of the 2006 BMX Games out of Homebush, we've enlisted a couple of Sydney's hardcore street demons to go terrorise the streets of Sydney on a Friday night.
Oh yes, feeling good. Thanks for coming out this evening. All right, we got Mackie D in here. We got Breaker J. We got Big Mess on keys. Slack D on the bass. And my man Diverse on the 1s and 2s. A gift to everybody that be loving this flow. A gift to anyone with the radio. A gift, this shit's what we know. And when the flavour flows, you're at a 2-up show. A gift to everybody that be loving this flow. A gift to anyone with the radio. A gift, cause this shit's what we know. And when the flavour flows, you're at a 2-up show. Now, allow myself to introduce myself. The name's Mac D, I'm like no one else. I'm built tough like Thomas. I probably won't draw a bigger crowd than the Citro and Taronga Zoo. When I check it 1, 2 on the mark, I deliver this better than the season midwife. Yeah, there's hype to believe it, cause with skills we match it. Beats, cuts and lines, it's the total party pack. Causing damage and destruction like like a heavyweight punch, and we bring that special something to keep the function jumping. Up and down to the sound that's renowned underground.
Oh, hot, too hot to hold. Native in the jam with the flow.
Alright, we're here to bike down and bro down with Luke Fink, all-round street, dirt, riding kind of guy. How you doing?
Yeah, good.
You want to word us up about your little 20-inch?
It's the new model frame, Volume Destroyer. It's a lighter version. Just run a gyro, just back brakes, toyed with the running front brakes. But no, I can't do it.
You've got a foot there, just
yeah, I like
jamming the fog?
Yep, I use my foot. Still running the slick tyres. They're good. I get grip, I don't slide out. All in the trend with a low seat, but it only happened out of chance. I just had a bike where the seat pole didn't fit and it kept on sliding down, and I got used to it like that. Yep. Well, I don't run anything that I can use something else for. Like, I don't run flat brakes because I can foot jam and just use my foot for most of it. I don't run a back peg because I'm left foot forward, so my right foot is always back, right where a peg would be anyway.
Sure.
So I just use the pedal.
Grind that, yeah.
Yeah, all volume parts and demolition parts. No modifications whatsoever. Nothing's been cut, nothing's been modified, no titanium or anything on here. It's just a
solid stock bike.
It's a solid stock bike, the same thing you could go buy from the shop.
Oh, good, Luke. Well, cheers for talking us through your bike, and good luck at the BMX Games.
No worries.
Give us a breakdown of what you're looking for in park.
Okay, I reckon park's all about use of the course. You've got way more ramps on a park course than you do on a spine or on a vert ramp. There's lots more options for different lines, being able to link the ramps together in different ways and be original. Obviously, the number of tricks you do, how fast you go, how high you go, all that comes into account as well. But I think park's got a lot to do with new lines and finding new ways to attack the course.
Whoa, hot, too hot to hold, this might control. Past that old gold, whoa.
It's time for the Kodak Park Challenge. We have 8 riders with all totally unique perspectives. It's going to be amazing to see the diversity of styles. Coming in at 8 is Tom Borman.
Yeah, he boosted his way in. Clint, the Colonel Bensley, in number 7, straight after a mini win yesterday.
The 28-inch barman, Dane Searles.
And all the way from the USA, Josh Harrington.
The brakeless Kim Grosser.
Qualifying in 3rd was Dave Dillaward, probably the tallest guy in BMX right now.
Defending his title last year and qualifying 2nd this year, Luke Fink.
And numero uno, Colin McKay.
The format for this competition, the riders have 1 minute run each, and then it's an open jam session. This final is going to be off the hook.
Dropping in first in the final is Boostmaster Tom Borman, representing for Sydney. Straight away some original styles with a flat bank grind box turn down. And then boosting off the flat banks, Tom's on fire.
Huge transfer there from the quarter onto the flat bank of the fun box. This guy's not really known for his big bag of tricks, but the guy goes so big. Check that air out of that quarter, off the hook.
Yeah, Tom's known for going fast. He's got a racer background, so he knows how to keep it smooth and boost really big.
Yeah, he's certainly got an amazing flow on. He's got a really tall, lanky body, but he seems to just make it work for him.
Oh yeah, it looks effortless, and that's the way it should.
Next up, Dane Searles. The big old bars. Let's see what this guy can do with this course. Massive tail whip to start with.
Yeah, using those 28-inch wide slam bars to really throw his bike around, extending that fast punt on the wall. Dane's known for his dirt skills, but already showing exactly what he can do on the street course with a bar spin tail tap and then just making full use of the course.
Taking his time here, not seeming to feel the pressure in this final.
Yeah, I mean, he's a young guy. He's riding with some of the biggest names in BMX today. Bang, another huge street trick on the Eagles perch with a big foof in it. Turn down over the flat banks. It's a big call. He's made full use of his 1 minute run, that is for sure.
Is he done? He's looking pretty tired. No.
He's definitely got something else on his mind. What's he got? Going for the fun box one last time.
Huge backy over the box. Nice way to finish up the run.
Yeah, Dane Searles loving it in the final.
All the way from the USA, we got Josh Harrington, another tall, lanky guy, going so big. Damn! Hanging up hard.
Probably the biggest hang-up I've ever seen. That was from at least 8 or 9 foot out with a bar spin, but somehow straight back on it, straight into a 3-0 with was an attempted double bar spin. I think he's caught it backwards on the 1.5.
Didn't phase him at all though, just whips back round.
Yeah, and tail tapping on the Eagles perch with a bar spin on the way up.
Oh my goodness, how high does this guy go? Boosting over that Eagles perch. That was massive, at least 7 foot.
Yeah, at least, and I think he had something else he wanted there. I reckon he wanted the no-hander, but it doesn't really matter because he's gone a huge 3-whip over the box.
It's back-to-back style here from Josh Harrington.
Yeah, representing Protown, Greenville, USA. I love a big final when you got one of the biggest names in pro BMX in the world, Josh Harrington, coming up against Clint the Colonel Bensley, unsponsored and kicking butt. Huge no-footed can-can 3 over the box.
I reckon this guy's on a total high from his win from Mini. Let's see how he can interpret this course. He's renowned for his unique style and approach to anything he rides. Let's see how he interprets this course differently.
He's backwards over the box with a 360 after that huge 540 tail tap on the huge sub. Going for a foof on the top ledge of a flat bank.
Big old backflip over the box. Full extension there. Looking smooth as... Well, it's kind of like an alley-oop 270 down the stairs, a transfer. That was crazy.
Yeah, it's a monster truck.
All right, next rider up, Mr. Supertech himself, the brakeless Kim Grosser. Going to really define what it means to ride tech on street right now.
Bam, was that a toboggan drop in to Barry up to a nothing drop off, the foot jam? I mean, he's hitting every wall and nailing it. Turn down drop. I get excited every time I watch Kim ride. I mean, he's a dirt rider from SA, now living in the streets of Melbourne, and tyre grabbing on a 360 on the way in. What's he thinking?
He's thinking first prize, that's what he's thinking. Taking his time, looking super cash. He knows that every single thing he does has that a little bit more extra risk in it. Well, pulling out some big moves there now.
Yeah, he chucked an X-up Indian seat grab. I mean, he's got the tech tricks wide, but then he just busts out with big, huge old dirt tricks and then foot jamming on the Eagles perch. Kim Grosser, he's got it all.
Absolutely, this is going to be the winning formula. It's going to be interesting to see how Luke Fink and Colin McKay step up to this. I'm sure this is inspiring him. Look, he's totally stoked with that run.
Talking about big forces in BMX, Dave Dillard doing it for GT Bikes. Straight out there, huge 3-0. I think he wanted the no-hander. You could just see him lock his knees. He's still got a smile on his face. Alley-oops the peg grind.
Never ceases to amaze me how these tall guys can pull this stuff off. The bike looks so small underneath him.
Oh, that just gives him that little bit more leverage to push the bike around. I mean, they have the advantage. Ice and over the sub box, just doesn't even have to muscle it. He just kind of falls over.
It's the first time we've seen that.
Yeah, definitely. Dave, you know, again, he's a big dirt rider. Huge turn down 540. So really showcasing his almost vert skills. Transferring a strange little line from flat banks, going for the manual from the sub. Oh, he's almost back in there. Dropping back in off the vert wall and boosting over the Eagles perch with an old school one-footed cock-the-leg dog piss air.
Trying to pass it off as some sort of new school stylo move. We know where it came from. Massive flatty over the box.
I don't even call that flat. That was way inverted, at least 45 degrees. Straight into a huge ice pick. Dave Dillard killing it in his first run.
Next up, we've got the defending champion, Luke Fink. Got plenty of pace. This guy blew people's minds with his technicality and versatility in the last competition last year. Let's see what he's got now.
And that 360 drop into hand punt already. He's picked some lines that no one else has even touched. Huge whip off the extension. Like Luke last year, you know, just hit everything and hit it hard, hit it fast. Original, flowing, big fast punt.
Well, there's no secret that this course was designed primarily for skateboarders. It's amazing to see that Luke Fink is completely unfazed.
May not be his favourite course out there, but already just showcasing this talent and skills he has. Huge 360 tail with a bar spin in. Whoa.
Fink on fire, setting the pace for the next guy, Colin McKay, who qualified first in this final. Let's see what he's got.
Man, Colin is just so stoked to be in a comp back in Australia. that's a huge bar spin transfer. I don't know how he held on and rolled out of that. He almost missed his bars.
Massive foof on the perch, manual across the top platform there. It's really quite high. You can get that vision from that camera up there.
Yeah, it's about a 14, 15 foot drop up there, so it's a long way to come back in from a manual, especially when you throw a bar spin. But that's why this guy is one of the best in the world. He was the first of the Australians over in the States. Huge whip on the flat bank, McKay on fire.
Nice original lines there with the manual to turn down.
Yeah, Colin making full use. It's throwing some old school, little G-turns 360 revert. Bam, and a huge 180 off the wall and flowing out of that like a rocket.
That was definitely an original move we haven't seen before. It looks like he's got something else in his mind. Nah, he's out. That's just the time runs. We haven't even started with the jam session. Don't move. After the break, we get fast and furious and find out who takes out the Kodak Park Challenge.
I'm falling down, you're coming back again. Ain't no time to wonder why these days run free. Hold on now, don't cry, honey, gonna hold you next to me. We're gonna fly away. We're gonna shake that thought of yesterday. We're gonna catch that slipstream through the night. We're gonna feel the first rays of the morning light. We're gonna wake that heart from its sleep. We're gonna warm that soul and move your feet. Move your feet, time is running. Move your feet.
I got 2 games going on, let you know. My name's Eric.
We got a cheater on the table. I got firsthand, I really didn't have anything. I just saw the weakness in all these other players. I just felt that I was a lot stronger. And I basically put a bet down. They got scared, went out, and I took the fall.
She's got fun. Wait. Call it quits. We just call it quits, and everyone got their money back, and we're all just chilling now.
These guys are crazy.
Whoa, hot, too hot to hold, this mic control, pass that old gold.
Alright, Clint, talk us through your bike.
Frame, McNeil, Primus frame, running 21-inch top tube. Paint job, I usually just did it myself. Sprayed one side, taped it up, sprayed the other side.
Represent?
Yeah, just something different, no one else has done it, so not really anything too special. Run the front brakes, which not really many people do, but more of a dirt rider and wanted to learn 360 no-handers. So pull the front brakes in, the handlebars don't spin for some reason.
Yeah, right.
Dirt tire on the front and slick on the back. It's pretty much set for everything, just got 2 pegs, can't grind on the other side for anything. 48 spoke rims because I have a habit of hitting my rims.
If you go big, it happens.
Yeah, and just the bash guard on the chain wheel for the ramps. It's actually lighter than my last bike, which when I got it, took a bit to get used to. I like a bit of weight, I can throw it around. Still pretty basic, everything's chrome ollie, thick.
Pretty good testament to the McNeil bikes.
Yeah, it is, and I haven't had any problems with it. If something's called lightweight, I won't buy it because I won't trust it. So
it could snap.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks very much for your time.
No worries.
Best of luck with everything.
Whoa, hot, too hot to hold. This might control. Past that old goal.
Well, if the runs were any indication of what this jam is going to be like, we're going to be in for some crazy action.
Straight in, Dave Dillow taking his pro styles to the course. Huge no-handed 360, tucking his knees in. That was massive.
That was a massive 9-foot air over that stupid Eagles perch.
And battling it out for big man on course, Josh Harrington overjumping the fun box, making it look like a 2-foot little Buddha, and bam, again clearing the Eagles perch, almost a flat landing.
They're going to go trick for trick in this competition, which means that it is going to get more and more intense as we go. And as I say that, Luke Fink going for a topside double peg grind. That was off the hook, unheard of on a vert extension wall.
Oh, definitely. Dane Searles has been watching this go on, pedaling in hard, huge trail style boost. I don't even want to call how high that was, but that is all trail, big bars, all style.
Big whip on the quarter.
All right, coming in hard, the local Colonel Clint Bensley going for it. Throws the bars, it's a no-foot can-can in a 3, comes up a little bit short and goes down, but that is a big move.
As big as you're going to see anywhere in the world. Kim Grosser going for a massive tail whip. What? There was some other little trick in there, wasn't there?
Yeah, he's throwing it the opposite way, I'm pretty sure, and Xing it up on the way. I don't even know, but he's gone down pretty hard.
All right, Colin McKay going to be looking to step it up.
Bam, that's probably the biggest air I've seen at the comp. Just incredibly huge boost. I don't know how he's pulling that much air out of a 6 or 7 foot quarter.
Yeah, that was easily 9.5 foot. That was off the hook. All right, we got Luke Fink stepping it up again. This guy wants the title again.
The downside double peg, I saw that when I got here. So I know I wanted to do that.
And he gets it. You know, it wasn't the cleanest looking thing, but he got it.
Man, people do that on 4-foot minis, but not on a 10-foot wall. Somehow riding the Eagles perch to 270 drop in. He's like a cat.
Happy as Larry that he stuck that. Woohoo! All the boys give him props.
Coming in hard, 28 inches himself, no-footed, one-handed can-can. It's getting out there.
Staying alive.
And just coming up short on the foof attempt, going down hard.
That bike came down on top of him. That was heavy. Clint the Colonel Bensley coming in with lots of pace. What's he got this time round? Whoa, a flare transfer.
He's gone the flare transfer onto the backside of the fun box.
Kim Grosser with a big fat tail whip.
For me, learning stuff without brakes is just like learning it any other way.
Blowing up with a foot jam over, just sticking. I mean, that is out of control. You got no brakes, you're wedging your foot in there and hoping for the best.
All right, looks like it's going to be a bit of an Eagles perch jam. Oh, it was that Fink with a 360 in off that wall. Get up with a 180 hand plant. Doesn't stick a bit. Oh, we saw him stick it last year. I reckon we're going to see it again.
Big Josh Harrington's signature cannonball, double seat grab, no footed mission. Bam, boosting the Eagles perch. It looks like a regular kicker.
Things are going pretty good, and was talking to Gootler, he was up on the deck there, and I told Ryan, yeah, I'm going to 180 tail bunny hop off that ledge.
You don't do that at all. It's not fair.
McKay just 180 whipped off a wedge.
That's ridiculous. Was that a no-hander? I went straight over to wide 540, and that's something I had in mind as a backup if things weren't going good.
McKay on fire with that 180 on the water, 360 out. He's even surprised he stuck that get out of town so clean.
Yeah, when it all starts flowing and going, you just got to keep rolling with it. Kim Grosser coming in hard, pulls a nothing, throws a late whip, I don't know how he pulled that, and then just hits the wall with a tail tap into a foot jam on the deck. This guy's on fire.
As you can see, Matt, you were pretty stoked there.
I was stoked. But Dave Dillaward going for the big move. Ice picking the 270 in.
Huge transfer.
Dan Searles double whipping. Huge. Oh. Josh Harrington, bar spin to bar spin.
Josh Harrington, the bar spin to bar spin, double bar, but bar catch bar. He was so high and like that was out of control.
Kim Grosser going for the whip to Superman. Was that a whip to Superman I just saw?
Just looped out, bashed my head and stuff and smacked my elbows. So that was pretty much the end of me, but it was worth it.
Damn straight, he'd be seeing colours if you look really closely as he comes down on the landing, whips out, bang, hits his head, ouchie.
McPhee going for the 270 over ice. It's a huge technical trick.
Last one, that's easily 10 foot there.
I'm calling 10, man. It's double figures for sure.
Time was called, but Dave Dillaward still wanted to get something down. He's going for an ice pick on the Eagles perch to 270 off, a mental trick. It took Dave about 10 years to do it, but when he did, the crowd went berserk. For his effort, Dave landed 5th place.
With 105 points, we've got Dave Dillaward, all the way from Red Cliff. Amazing rider there. Queenslanders. Loves it. Dave Dillaward. 5th place into 4th place with 115 points. We've got Josh Harrington. Traveled a long way with this. Certainly made it work out while to watch him ride. In 3rd place, 135 points, Kim Grosser. 155 points, 2nd place, Lucy. And no one who raised it's the 2006 Kodak Challenge winner, Golden Day, awesome buddy. And that includes the BMX games. There's no other presentations we need to do. So the only other points we have is that
Gotta keep my head up, as if this world ain't heavy enough. I'm trying, but I feel like giving up. Gotta keep my heels to the ground, so I can.
I was expecting hopefully just make finals, and if that went well, I was expecting last place, you know, like somewhere around the bottom, and I'd be happy with that. But to get 3rd, I was still blown away. I can't believe it.
There's so much good stuff got done. Like, it was ridiculous. It was a ridiculous competition. It was so much fun. I can't believe I came 2nd. The quality of riders there was just through the roof.
I wasn't even sure if I was going to qualify. For some reason, I had this feeling that everyone rode so good, and I didn't think I would be putting my pads back on. But and then they said I qualified 1st, and I was like, wow, they must be liking what I'm doing. So just tried to do the same stuff in the final, but throw a couple of more tricks here and there, you know, just like variations of stuff, and and everything was working real good. Just I don't know, felt like the ball was rolling nicely, and just went along from there. Every trick just led to another trick, and yeah, it was an amazing final. 8 people goes quick.
Holy crap. Park. Dude, oh my God, that was so off the hook.
It was getting hectic out there. This park got schooled, work shut down. I saw lines I've never ever seen before.
That was amazing. There were 27 guys in the qualifier for the pro. The judges were popping Valiums to work out how they're going to pick the 8 for the final. But all in all, in that final, looking at that top 8, I reckon they were pretty accurate. What would you say?
That top 8 represents the cream of the crop in Australian BMX. And we had one import, Josh Harrington. But the riding that was thrown down, the jam format opened it all up, and we saw some hectic riding.
Damn straight. What was the thing that just made you go...
I mean, I've got a couple. You want me to run them off?
Yeah, let me hear 'em.
Luke Fink, topside grinding across the vert wall extension thing, just incredible. I mean, who even thinks of that? Colin McKay went toe-to-toe with him, stepped up and started pulling things like 180 whips off boxes.
That was mine. I was like, and to do it first go, crazy. Now, next week, we've got a nice little treat for you. We're going to pack everything together from the 2006 BMX Games, the last 4 episodes, in one. It's best of, so you'd be a mad guy to miss it. Love to see you there. Until then, peace.
Come on back.
Your head, you're stuck in a rut now. You got to get up how. All you gotta do is try. I say get up, get up, get up. Put your hands up, get up. You got to put your hands up, get up, get up, get up. Put your hands up. Enslave everyone. Treat the symptoms, then we're done. Her cause was just a means to an end. Nowhere left to run, but all the traffic's building up. Inside is still the